Idiosyncrasies are a mode of behavior or a flow of thought that is peculiar to an individual. They can apply to group behavior too in some cases. For instance, men and women, they have a lot of funny quirks which are gender specific. Women tend to self disclose their affections more often than men. Women form friendships based on mutual trust and affection, whereas men form friendships based on common interest. Women tend to disclose or share their vulnerabilities and their emotions more often than men. Men, in fact, will be aghast at sharing the same similar emotions they'll have, share similar vulnerabilities, but they will be aghast at being asked to share it because they consider that as a weakness. Now, these are all generalities, need not apply to all the men and women. There can be individual exceptions to it. In fact, idiosyncrasies are more noticeable in an individual than in groups. Everyone has got idiosyncrasies. I'm sure you must have come across people who are sticklers for routine. Day in and day out, they have to wake up, sleep, eat, do things that they do every day at the same time. No changes. I have a friend who walks with me in the morning. If I don't get to meet that friend at the same spot at the same time, he gets very upset. If I'm a minute late or a minute early, he gets cheesed off. Then there are people, who have a set menu for every meal that they consume. I know a couple who burn a hole in their pocket, traveling thousands and thousands of miles to some foreign country or the other every year. And after going there, they spend hours looking around for a restaurant that will serve the same food that they eat at home every day instead of trying or tasting the local cuisine and culture. I know somebody who's very close to me. Very close to me. She'll take out a banana, she'll peel the banana, she'll get out a bowl of savory, mixture, dip the banana into the mixture before munching on it, munching on the banana. So you can see these are all weird food combos that are there with a lot of people. So these are the idiosyncrasies a lot of people display. For instance, people have lucky routines. A lot of people have a lucky routine. That people will pull their ears, touch their nose, blinks a few times, do funny things with their arm and elbow. Something they'll do before they embark on something important. You might recall this cricket umpire called David Shepherd. Used to skip at the spot he stands every time the score reads 111. Superstitions are idiosyncrasies, and you can find them in group behavior, you can find them in groups. A lot of people display similar idiosyncrasies because of the superstition that has got ingrained in them by culture or upbringing. There are a lot of people, for instance, who think a black cat crossing their path is bad omen, so they avoid a black cat like the plague. But in ancient Egypt, black cats were worshipped. And a lot of people, even today, they believe if a mirror gets broken at home, it spells bad luck. In Africa, some cultures actually break a mirror purposely in their house to bring in good luck. And I'm sure many of you must have gone to some multi-storied building or the other where they don't have a 13th floor. On top of the 12th will be stacked the 14th. So you see, idiosyncrasies are all pervading. It is there, found everywhere, with all kinds of people in all walks of life. But how do they evolve? Genetic has very little to do with it, though they say some OCDs have a genetic lineage. And research has shown that variations in the dopamine receptor in people can set off certain idiosyncrasies, but mostly idiosyncrasies are because of culture, upbringing, habits, and personality traits, your learning. Sometimes, some people develop idiosyncrasies because of a personal trauma or a significant change in their life. I'm told about a person who runs and hides every time there is pressure in a personal relationship with friend or family. Akin to an ostrich, putting its head into the ground, into a hole in the ground, thinking that if it can't see the danger will vanish. Now, mind you, this ostrich story, while it is very popular across the world, it's not true. But this story I told you about this person running and hiding from everyday pressures of relationship is quite true. It's an idiosyncrasy. So you see, everyone, including you and me, have got idiosyncrasies within us. So there's no point in getting irritable or judgmental about other people's idiosyncrasies. You've got to take it in your stride. It's the adaptive mechanism of the human subconscious to cope. So think of idiosyncrasy as nothing more than showcasing the creative or the playful nature of human beings. So next time you observe an idiosyncrasy in someone, just chuckle within yourself and move on, because in all probability they are perhaps reacting to some funny quirk they have noticed within you. Goodbye.